Hi, Flosstube. Happy Monday. It is July 29th. I'm Helen D. Thank you for tuning in this morning. If you're coming back, welcome. If you're new, it's been a few weeks, as I expected. Summer got a little crazy, but if you listen, silence today. I just dropped my son off at camp. He's going to camp this week. So I thought this would be a good chance. Gathered all the stuff, get this done. I have a long overdue haircut later this morning. So the plan was get this recorded and start the uploading process. And then hopefully by the end of the day. It takes all day. So it felt a little hot out today, a little sticky, but we've been okay. We had that hot spell that everyone has. It seemed like, most of the country had that really where it was high 90s, felt like over 100. Not everyone in Maine has air conditioning because typically we only get a few hot days and it's just not worth it. We have a couple window units, which some years we don't even put out. But this year, last year when we put it out, I said, let's make room for it in the closet. So we at least don't have to haul it all the way down to the basement. So then this year when they said it was going to be hot, I'm like, it's in the closet. We can just haul it over. So we had one room with the air conditioner on, which it wasn't enough to cool the room, but it took the bite off. It took the edge off and knocked the humidity down a little. So that made it more comfortable, and we all just piled in there. Summer vacation is going well. We are, for us, I believe we're right at the halfway. We've done 5 weeks. We have 5 weeks left to go because my school starts late. We start after Labor Day. So I think we have 5 weeks left to go. In August, when I looked at the calendar, looked a lot more busy than July. July, we just had a couple appointments, little this, little that. But August, he has camp this week. The fair is coming up. My mother-in-law's coming for a visit. We've got a couple just little one-day things. More doctor's appointments. He has a dentist appointment. He has a hair appointment. It's going to go quick. So you may not see me in August. Or you may. We'll see. But we've been busy. It's been mostly he and I. My husband's been home some. We've been to my parents a few times. My sister brings her kids, so they all get to play. We've been to the beach. So I'm not a huge fan of the beach. I don't really like sand, which is a problem at the beach. He has a friend this year at school, my son does, that it was her first year at our school, so she was new this year. So we're, just getting to know her and her family. We've hung out with them a lot over the last school year. So they messaged, they said, hey, we're going to the beach. They live out on the islands. We're going to the beach. Okay. I knew there was a beach down there, like a public beach. One of the ones where you have to park half a mile out, walk your stuff down in, it's a process. So get all our stuff ready, put my bathing suit on. I burn as I told Misty, I burn as red as a dead Maine lobster in about 10 minutes if I'm left out in full sun. So I like to wear a t-shirt and shorts over my bathing suit if I'm just hanging out because I'm gonna burn no matter how much sunscreen I have on. But I'm like, sand and dirt and sweat. So I wanted my finished shirt, which I happened to have worn the day before. And we're going to the beach. Pull it right out of the hamper. Well, might as well wear these shorts too, out of the hamper. So I pull my hamper clothes out, slip them on over my bathing suit. We get down over to their house, and they're like, all right, follow us down in. We follow them down past the public parking, down in to the private beach. They have someone in their family owns property right on the beach. So we were at the private beach at the $1 million home, literally wearing my dirty laundry. So the next time they invited us down, I wore clean clothes. But it was beautiful. It's a beautiful beach. How could it not? I mean, it's coast of Maine, and that one was nice and sandy. The kids had a great time. She had a bunch of cousins that just kind of all meet there because it's the family beach. So we've done that. I'm sure we'll be back there again in my clean clothes, not my hamper clothes. Yeah, the cats are going to fight right on the table for you today, so this will be interesting. The Wiggles are them, not me. So let's jump in. I've gotten a decent amount of stitching done. I haven't been working on a bunch of different pieces, so I'm just kind of lined things up in order. The first one that I finished, I had just started on my last video, and it was Frosted Pumpkin. I've been calling it Lemon Squeezy, but I think it's actually called Easy Peasy. So this is one of their new seasonal sayings charts. Mine looks different, basically by accident. So theirs was done on a dark green fabric. Looked great. I didn't have any of that fabric. But you guys know I have a bunch of chalkboard fabric. So I thought, well, I'll do it on chalkboard fabric. I just knocked my washer off. I'm going to put some more glue on that. So the little lemon, he's supposed to be the darker yellow and then filled in with the lighter yellow. I wasn't paying attention when I started. I started him in the lighter yellow. I got 3/4 of the way done before I realized I just messed that up. And I am not picking it all out. My guy's going to be a light yellow. So then when I was, now he's going to fall. I'll put some more glue on. Then I just moved some of the other colors around because mine ended up being a little more Hawaiian, a little more pastel. This is a called for color. It's just called for to be on this border. I added the blue because I felt it needed it with mine, and I lightened up the green, but I love it. So this little wood piece that it's now falling off of with my glued washer, this came from Walmart. It's just a 6x6 over in their craft section. It has a little hanger on it. I left it on in case I want to hang it later. I just tied it down out of the way. So this will be perfect. I have a bunch of these that I'm hoping to get to. They'll fit right on there. This one was on a 14. I might do the next one on a 16 just to make it. I'm trying to magnet it back on there when I know it's ripped off. So that one's done. So that goes, there's a hole over there, goes over there. The watermelons are back out. That was a freebie from Sue Hillis that someone had posted on Stash Unload, and I had me-pleased it. And then when they went to like invoice, they're like, oh, I didn't realize that was a freebie. I'm just going to send it to you. So I have passed it on. It actually went to Little One at Homesteading on the Home Front, and she's working on it. And she got Sue Hillis to sign it when she went to StitchCon. So that one is making the rounds. All right, so I finished that. Then for July, I had a start for the Very Prairie Year Sale, which I'm doing. It started with Misty, Luminous Fiber Arts, and Barbie of Pedal Pusher and I, but many other people have joined in. So for this month, and this is going to be all reflecty, this is Prairie Seasons. This is a reprint. I decided I skipped most of summer. I wasn't going to get it done in time. I skipped it. So the reason I bought this chart was the fall one. That was my favorite. I did spring. I skipped summer. So now I did fall. I will do the winter, although I think mine will be on blue. Surprise, surprise, half of my winter goes on blue. This was on a scrap of doubloon. As I said, it's my year of doubloon because I bought a couple big pieces for the rows so I could cut the strips, and I had some left over. So that's how mine turned out. I did change some colors to add some variegated in. The leaves, not really focusing for you. The leaves were called to be done in 2 different colors, but I just chose a variegated terracotta, Weeks Dye Works terracotta. And then his pants, I picked a variegated blue. The barn, I used a variegated Victorian motto, but I don't think you can really tell. But it was just a nice, I had a hard time with the brown. I wanted to change the barn to be something other than brown. But in the end, it's brown. I made my squirrel gray because squirrels up here are gray. So just some minor things. So I'm glad that one is done. It will get finished when school's. At this point, I have no more summer finishes, so all FFOing now has a September date when school's in. So that one is done. I started some of those tiny snowflake ornaments for the teacher Christmas gifts. They are not here, but they took, you know, he timed me one day. My son was playing something on the piano, and I said, I wonder how long this will take. So he timed me. It was 10 minutes to just whip up one of the little button snowflakes. So that might be my car project. I might throw one in the car for when I go pick him up at camp today. So I have something. Then I worked on the two Sals, my two Sals that I'm like, I'm not doing any Sals this year, and now I've got two Sals. They're both in the Q-Snap, and I'm going to be working on them both again this week, and I don't want to take them out. So, first up, this is the Ink Circles Mysterious Adventure Project, the map. So, the first clue, and it's not really a clue, the first challenge was the border. And I chose, this was a double border, but I only did one half of it. So I went all the way around with the black. And then I'm filling it in with a variegated. So I'm kind of filling it in as I go. And I'm doing this red and white line kind of as I go down. So then the second part that just came through last week, I think, was to start your coastline. So mine, you rolled a bunch of dice and stuff. I wasn't really getting what I wanted, so then I just fudged it. I have two coastlines, kind of one up in one corner and then a longer one down on the side. So I'm plugging away on that to get those done. I do a little bit of that each day. And then I've also been working on, well, I was doing a little bit of that, and then I have a little secret stitch I can't show that I'm doing a couple of, and one's done. So I finished that, and then I started the next clue of Hello Pumpkin, the caterpillar cross stitch. This is the one that I don't have a picture of the front. You hear that? My neighbors have been waiting all summer for someone to come do their driveway. I think he just showed up. So it might get loud. Good thing we won't be much longer. I'm just going to flash you the pattern because I don't have a picture. So there it is. This month's had the fox. And I'm just plugging away. So I did this mushroom, some of these leaves. This is the first line of the fox. And he'll go up here. So I'm trying to keep up on that. Mine is big because I did it on a 14 because it's what I had and I wanted to get started. I think I found at Joann's, I picked up an 11 by 14 frame. It's actually a Shadowbox, but it's a pale, pale blue, and I think it will look really nice to work with that. So that's caught up. It's not caught up, but I'm catching up. We're going to hear all the dogs. Plants. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I have a lot of things I started this year that I would like to get done for the season they're appropriate in. You know, I have Tingles, which I have 3 more pieces. I have Automaker's Farm, which I'd like to have done to put on here in September, which is a month from now. I have the map I'm working on and Hello Pumpkin. So I should have an August Prairie Schooler start, but I told Misty and Barbie I may have to skip a month and catch up. I'd like to pull Button Up back out. It's been so long since I worked on Button Up that honestly I think that would count. It'll feel like a new start. I haven't touched it since January. The other thing I might have to pass on, I know Jackie is doing from Cross My Stitches a stitch along from this Renato Parolin book. And I had picked one out. I thought, oh, well, if I'm going to do it, I can do like a tiny one. And I was going to do these owls. But then I thought, I think you should just get the stuff done that you need to get done, because then you don't have to worry about doing a tiny one. When you're ready for it, you can do the one you want to do. Not that I don't want to do the owls, but they might not have been my first choice. So I might skip that too, which is a bummer, because then everyone's going to be showing theirs and they're going to be cute. So if I skip out on those, continue working on the map and Hello Pumpkin. When Hello Pumpkin is caught up, pull out Autumn Acres to get that one going. Keep plugging along on the ornaments. And then my stitching group, my local stitching group, we found, it's a Blackbird chart, and there's friendship in the title, and I didn't grab it, and I don't remember the name. Our Lasting Friendship? Maybe? It's a chart that you could easily do as a round robin. So there's an inner section where it has like some words, and then there's space for everyone's initials. And then there's a bunch of little motifs around that what we're doing is we're doing a round robin. We'll each stitch that middle border and the words and then pass it around. So then when you get the next ones, that will be done so you can count off of that to do a motif, 2 motifs, whatever you have time for in the month that you have it. And then when we meet up again, we'll swap and you'll get someone else's. We're all providing our own fabric and floss, so everyone's might be different. Some people might go just with charted. I know my friend Patty has chosen some beautiful color and cottons. I haven't picked mine yet. I have my fabric, but I haven't gone through the box to see what I think would work good. I thought I'd do that this week when it's quiet. So I need to get started on that too, so I'm ready. So that's kind of plans. I have a little haul, and I have an awesome gift. Sharon Worm, Sharon's Stitching, I believe, on Instagram. Her birthday was last month, and she said she doesn't make Flosstube videos, but she comments and she watches. So I'm sure a lot of you know who she is. She said, well, for my birthday, I want to do a birthday giveaway because everyone's been so generous. So she did a birthday giveaway on her Instagram, and I won. So she sent, and I won't show everything because there was a ton of goodies. She sent this cool bag, this little tote bag, which now is covered in cat hair because Pepper was on it when I was setting up. This awesome Notions bag with a cute little zipper pull, full of stuff, full of needle cases, and there's some floss in there. She put a piece of fabric in there, and when she, said that I won, she said I had linen in there, but I'll switch it out to Ada because she knows. A notebook, a whole set of the DMC variegated. Now these are the variegateds with the low numbers, like 48, 51. These are the ones. I don't really stitch with these because I think it takes too long for the colors to change. I do have some Satsuma Streets. Well, I think I only own one, but there's a whole set of them, the seasonal ones. They call for these for the border, and that looks really nice. What I like to do with these is make cording. Because they have those long stretches of color, they make awesome cording. 115, which is the red, is my all-time favorite cording red. It's got a nice, goes from a deep, nothing's focusing today. It's great for any kind of Christmas cording of red. There's a couple different greens in here and blues, so I will definitely use these. I may not stitch with them, but I'm gonna make some crazy cording. So thank you. Then it also had some charts, wee fruits, family medley, and then this one I had to laugh. I said, Sharon, you had no idea, but I'd been looking for this one. So this is summer medley. I bought spring, and then I actually have autumn and winter like this, but I think I showed last time I had the Christmas and the Halloween. Here's the skinny on Christmas, and here's the skinny on Halloween. They're kind of the same size. So that's then a whole series, which is what I like. Then a little more stack. Barbie Pedal Pusher, her L&S was closing. So she said, I'm going down. They're having 30% off. I'll try and take some pictures when I get there of stuff I think you guys might want. Let me know. I'll pick it up. So she did. So it was like having our own personal shopper. She'd post a picture. We'd be like, ooh, I'd take that. You know, that's cute, but I'll pass. So I got 3 things. They had the American strawberries. I've never done a strawberry, but they don't look that difficult. And I like that little tiny one. Which one? I thought, oh, that one's cute. No, it's tiny. I can't count it now, but it's tiny. And they had 2 of the spring Snapperlands that I didn't have. I had one of these, the one with the rabbit. So they had these 2. And then when Penny came over for our meetup, she runs thedailystitch.com. She had the last one. So now I have all. Now I have all of all 4. I'd love to get to those next year. We'll see. I could not pass this up. I haven't done the other 2 in the series, but I adore him. And when I looked at the floss list, I have all but 1. So perfect. Those are so small I wouldn't bother to buy them anyway. I just pick something. And then Misty did an order from New York Dreamer for her store. I loved, let me take them out. I'd seen these little houses and I'd asked her about New York Dreamer and she said, oh, I'll do an order. We'll get some in for the store. So they're these little houses. So you just stitch the front and then you put your little roof on. Like, they don't look difficult at all. Here's the beach house. And then I also, while I was on there, I picked up Autumn Time. This is a series 2, so you know what that means. Over time, I'll have to start. So that was haul. Yeah. Here comes the chainsaw. This one might be wrapping up right now. They have to break up the patio with a cobblestone. It's cobblestone. Well, good thing I was almost done. That might be it. I'll listen to this for the rest of the day. There goes my silence. And upload our video and talk to you guys later.